Hi, I'm Dee Dee, a remote worker, traveler, and creative sharing my life abroad. A year ago, I started this YouTube channel with no real plan, just a camera, a few ideas, and a whole lot of learning along the way. Now, 12 months later, I've grown, improved my editing, found my rhythm, and connected with people around the world. If you're starting out or feeling stuck, I've got a few tips that helped me keep going, and they might just help you too. Let's get into it. It's a magnet that swirls and a clamp that I just unclamp. So this is to tell you, you don't need a ton of things to get started. You need your phone. When I first started, I was on a 5S, and then I was on a iPhone 8. Now I'm on an iPhone 14. You don't need much. An Android actually sometimes has better video quality. Not saying anything, but if you're used to iPhone, that's what I've used as well. And you're set, and you can start wherever. I just picked this lovely view of the tsunami siren, and then I put it in this little bag, and I carry it around with me. So that's it. That's all I do. That's all I use. I tried all the fancy stuff. I tried the camera, the SD cards, all of that. My phone, I know how to use it. The clamp is super easy to unclamp, and it's a easy fix, lightweight, and I can take video whenever I want. So the next piece of advice I want to give you is post what you already have on your YouTube Shorts. Post what you're already posting on other social media platforms and see what sticks and what does well. Not everything is going to be as successful as on other platforms like Instagram or TikTok, but you might be able to see a little uptick in your view rate. And let me tell you what happened to me. So in January, just like everybody else, I was freaking out about TikTok, and I downloaded all of my TikTok videos without the watermarks. And what it actually helped me do is see a pattern and what I was already niching in TikTok and what was going well and what wasn't. And at the time, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with YouTube. I kind of was just like trying out a bunch of things, knowing that I wasn't going to get a lot of followers, but I was trying to like fine tune my editing, that kind of thing. But by looking at the pattern at TikTok, I was able to kind of construct a whole new pattern in YouTube. And it's going really, really well. So what I do is I use my TikTok videos as shorts, and I do it in two different areas, one in pet sitting and then one in my life in Portugal. And it has been a huge driver to my regular videos that I'm posting on a regular basis. So what I decided to do was to just schedule the shorts, and I schedule even ones that didn't do well on TikTok, which surprisingly do quite well on YouTube. And then here's the tip. So tip number one is just use what you've already got. That's one. Tip number two is to actually link. When you go through and you add your shorts, there's a place for you to link another video. Link one of your longer videos. Don't link one of your smaller, shorter videos, because you want more view time. You want more people to see your regular channel, because your whole goal is to get monetized, right? And show the world what you've got. So I was really excited to try this in January. I didn't actually try it until the end of February, beginning of March. So right now it is May. And so I've only been doing it for 2 months. I went from 2,000 views to almost 11,000 views in those months. And I've gotten more views on my regular channel. So those are two tips for you to try, just in case, you might not be getting a lot of traction, or maybe you're not sure what you want to do with your YouTube channel. You don't know where you want to go. You don't know what you want to talk about. You're not sure if you want it to be formal or informal. Look at your other social media that you really feel comfortable making, post it, see if it works on YouTube, and then go from there. Okay, let's talk about editing while I'm waiting for the train. So I love iMovie. I love Canva. For longer films, you're just not going to be able to do as much with those, but if those are what you've got, that's what you can use. and both of them are free. I used DaVinci Resolve, and I used it for a good 9 months, 10 months. And I have to say, I absolutely loved it. I only had the free one. I absolutely loved it. There was one thing that I just could not educate myself fast enough and get the skills, and that's color grading. And the color that I would get on the videos versus what I would even see on the phone was so dramatically different, and I just could not correct the color to make it look realistic. So for the ROI, I decided to go to CapCut. I don't use it on my phone. I'm not that dexterous with my phone, but I do use the free CapCut on the desktop app. And I have to say, I love it because what I have shot in video on my phone or camera is what I see on the screen and what I see on YouTube versus a really dull, grayish type of cinematography that I was getting with DaVinci Resolve. Now, I tried for 8 months with DaVinci Resolve, and I think once I have more time and I can take a color grading class, I will absolutely go back to DaVinci. But right now, CapCut is where it's at. I don't pay for the extra. I pay for Artist.io for my audio and songs, and I absolutely love it. It's worth it to me. If you're going to have to pay for one thing, I would say, maybe spend money, the $20 on supplies like batteries, a clamp, that kind of thing, and don't buy expensive stuff for the editing process because it is a huge learning curve, like huge, and it can get really, really frustrating if the program is really in depth. So if you know Adobe, great, use Adobe. If you know Canva to a limit, you can use Canva. I think it's up to 5-minute videos for free. If you can use iMovie, great, use iMovie. YouTube channel has a music academy that has non-copyrighted music. Some needs to be attributed, some doesn't. So that's my tip. Do not go out and buy a huge project for you beyond the project of making the video, making the script, doing the acting, editing, producing, getting it on YouTube. It's a lot of stuff, and this is where you want it to be as easy and as creative as you can. Another tip when you first start editing is use maybe 4 or 5 songs and 2 or 3 sound effects, and use the same title, thumbnail, until you understand your style and get an idea and start to go out from there. A lot of decision fatigue can happen when you have 10,000 audio and 4,000 soundtracks and a bunch of sound effects, and picturing what you want and what you can do. It can take you forever and ever and ever, and then all of a sudden that video is never actually published. So keep it simple, really, really simple. 5 songs, 3 sound effects, 1 font, and a 1 way of doing your thumbnails, and then go from there and tweak little by little as you get more skills under your belt. Honestly, I would not change my style until probably about 10 videos in. At that point, you have got the thumbnail down, you know what you like, what you don't like. You know, you like the pattern, you like the style, you can tell what videos did well, you can pick like the descriptions, and you can really start to fine tune that. But if you start every single video with a new style, a new font, a new music set, a new everything, it's just gonna be so overwhelming. So what's gonna happen with the future of my YouTube channel? Well, I know that I'm going to niche down into these 2 private sections of my life, pet sitting and my life in Portugal, which makes sense. So going to start growing some cojones and actually telling people about my channel, because in the end, I have this group of really awesome people, and they don't know about it, and I'm sure that they would want to support me. So I need about 360 more subscribers. I think I can get that by July. So that's my goal. And then it's going on to the 3,000 watch hours to get monetized. I'm also working on affiliates that I really believe in and some fake commercials. This is my first fake ad as an example. So what do you think?
Planning to move abroad? One of the best ways to prepare is by learning the language of your future home, and italki makes it easy, effective, and personal. Unlike language apps, italki connects you with a native speaking teacher for one-on-one lessons or group lessons if you choose. Whether you're starting from scratch or brushing up on conversational skills, you'll get plenty of speaking practice and personalized feedback to build your confidence. I've been learning European Portuguese with an amazing teacher from Portugal who lives in Goa, and the experience has been transformational. With over 10,000 tutors teaching 130 languages, you're sure to find the perfect teacher for your goals. Plus, you can watch tutor introduction videos to pick someone who is just right for you. Start your journey today, check out the show notes for my special code, and take the first step towards fluency.